Welcome, my friends, to another brand new video, another exciting and interesting vlog. I would like to take some time to thank everyone who has shared, comment, subscribe to my blog. And I'm making this blog once again because the other one came out without audio. I'm hoping this one works better. Okay, my friends, so today we're going to be talking about Bolivia. Luis Arce, virtual president. Bolivia regains its democracy. People show that Evo Morales did not cheat in the last election. There was no fraud. People was not tired of socialism. People did not want a new government in place. Hmm? So, President, a virtual president of Bolivia, Luis Arce, celebrates his triumph over the coup plotters. Jeanine Añez, Carlos Mesa, Luis Almagro, Secretary General of the OAS. So this person, Luis Almagro, helped facilitate the coup that took Evo Morales out of the presidency. Hmm? If we cannot trust an organization like the OAS, who can we trust in? Right? The Bolivian people have made history by defeating influential organizations. Virtual President Luis Arce triumphed with more than 52%. The person that came behind him, Carlos Mesa, received 30%. Let's say 31%. Okay, every single person who participated in the coup will need to face justice. We need to understand that taking someone before justice is not vengeance. It must be seen as an institution that regulates the citizens' behavior, and no one is above the law. I mean, there is no way you can become a politician and say I'm above the law. Hmm? Bolivia wants justice for all those who are not longer with us. People from Sencata, Sacaba, those are regions in Cochabamba. When Jeanine Añez decided to kick out media, international media from Bolivia, there were cases where people were being shot from above using helicopters over, well, I'm not going to say a number, but many people. One person is too many, but some say it might be 50, some say maybe about around 100 people who pass. And over 200 people are wounded, hmm? Wounded for life. Karen Longari, Bolivia's chancellor. Carlos Mesa, William Kaliman, Bolivia's military commander. Luis Almagro, Secretary General of the American States, are a few of the names of those involved in the Bolivian coup and should face justice. The Association of the Plaza de Mayo of Argentina and Adolfo Perez Esquivel, Argentinian, Nobel Peace Prize winner, have asked Ms. Michelle Bachelet, United Nations High Commissioner, to initiate Almagro's and other members of the OAS organization to start the process for these persons to face justice. Michelle Bachelet has not learned to do her job prejudice free. For the longest time, she has been looking the other way, where she needs to be focusing, and she is calling other countries that they are breaking that they are breaking that they are committing crimes against humanity. Hmm? She's always on Venezuela's case. Meanwhile, we have Bolivia, we have Colombia, where she should be focusing and helping these people. Many indigenous people are losing their lives, and no one is doing anything about it. The media in Bolivia let its citizens down, sold to capitalism. Citizens of Bolivia should teach these corporations a lesson for deciding to support that coup plotters. It was absolutely shameful how they manipulated the truth and how they chose to back the nation's enemies. And this mainly happened during the time that Jeanine Añez kicked out international media. The Supreme Electoral Tribunal has lots to answer to, because on this Sunday after the election, when all the votes came in around 8 p.m. Bolivian time, for some reason they decided to go silent. It stopped communicating electoral details. Bolivia's citizens were ready. They thought that they wouldn't hear anything until this coming Sunday, Sunday the 25th of October. Out of nowhere, around midnight, they started, the media began to transmit electoral electoral findings, details about, well, how votes were being divided. Mm? And at that time, that's when Bolivia found out that Luis Arce had become the new president of Bolivia. Mm? But it took so much time. From my point of view, I believe that they were trying to commit fraud, but then the gap began to get larger and larger. There was no way for them to cover all those votes that came in for MAS, MAS, Movement for Socialism, Evo Morales' political party, and that gave Luis Alberto Arce Catacora presidency seat. Unfortunately, there is a risk for Jeanine Añez, Commander Kaliman, to escape to another country, maybe Spain, maybe Colombia, maybe Brazil. Hmm? Arce and Mesa, as I said, Carlos Mesa, were the favorite candidates in this election, which took place in a peaceful atmosphere, although surrounded by fears that incidents from the past would repeat. Hmm? Maybe the elections would get cancelled due to allegations of fraud, mm, which ended with Morales' departure under the country's military leadership pressure, which that includes William Kaliman. Mm. Evo Morales will return to Bolivia, although he will no longer be the protagonist. This now it's Arce. History and Evo must understand that what position each one of them is playing. Can Evo can Evo play a role in the new government? Perhaps the new president decides to give Evo the job of government minister and work together. I mean, Evo has a legacy, a well-known legacy. And that's why people love him in Bolivia. Evo and Arce would make an excellent team. Many analysts would like to see Evo Morales as foreign minister of Bolivia. Huh? That would be excellent. Just imagine yourself, the brain of Evo Morales as minister, foreign minister of Bolivia. Hmm? Or maybe he could be representative of Bolivia in the United Nations. And that would be so awesome for the entire region of Latin America. This could be this could be super interesting for um, for the entire region of Latin America, or the Americas in a whole. He would, because he would, whatever helps one country or one region helps the other region. Hmm? Another question that many people are asking themselves is, when will Jeanine Añez leave the presidency? Hmm? Because remember, she wasn't elected. So usually when people are elected, you get maybe a month of transition. But in this case, she was not elected. Hmm? She, in the best case, she is interim president. So as soon as the new president comes in, there is no need for her to stay in the president house any longer. I mean, this Sunday, the 25th, when they give the official numbers, from my point of view, she could get out of the presidency and Mr. Arce could begin his term, 5-year term. Yeah. Well, my friends, we have come to an end with great news for Bolivia, great news for Latin America, and there are still some things to work on, but the truth is here. Bolivia has democracy once again. Don't forget, my friends, help someone. You might be the only one who does. Have a great evening. Until next video.